So my first song was a solo. It was for Christmas in 1996. It was to Happy Birthday Jesus. Happy birthday Jesus, I'm so glad it's Christmas. All the tinsel and lights and the presents are nice, but it's all about you. Happy birthday, Jesus. Jesus, I love you. I grew up watching my mom sing. It was one of my favorite things to do, actually. We were always in and out of studios. I was watching her perform live. And I remember just at a very early age knowing that I wanted to be like her. I wanted to do that. And I love that word juice. Can I get more juice in my monitor? Here you go. You're learning our lingo. Juice means volume. So we're setting up for sound check. We're running a little behind. I don't have my watch on right now. We're still waiting for KJ, my drummer. But the rest of the guys are here. We're just getting set up. It's going to be great. I used to go to Florida every summer when I was in school to visit my grandparents. And at Disney's Hollywood Studios at the time, they had like an exhibit which was like a show, and it was like a mock version of American Idol. And it was called American Idol, but it was called the American Idol Experience. And I auditioned for that out there at Disney, and I ended up winning that. And if you win that, like if you win the entire competition about the, like of all the contestants the whole day, what you win is a golden ticket that allows you to cut in front of the real line for the real American Idol auditions. So going into Idol my senior year, I was already like so excited because I knew I wasn't going to be waiting for like 6 hours. I waited maybe 5 minutes. We just walked in, handed them my ticket, and like got to go first in line. So I walk into the room, and there they are. It's Mariah Carey, Randy Jackson, Keith Urban, and Nicki Minaj. It's so weird because for so long, you know, you look at certain celebrities and you don't know what they look like in person. You're always seeing them in 2D because it's always just on a screen or in pictures. And to see them in 3D in like real life, it was like, wow, they are real people. But I ended up singing 3 songs, and they didn't like any of the 3. And in the middle of my 3rd song, Mariah Carey stopped me and she goes, hey, this is not doing it. I don't feel that this is what you should be singing. And she asked if I sang in Spanish, because she saw that I was Hispanic on my form there. And I said, yeah. And so I had to literally just pull something out, and it ended up paying off. I ended up singing Con los años que me quedan by Gloria Estefan. And it's one of my favorite songs. And I ended up getting all 4 yeses. So they all said yes, they all said that they loved it. And Mariah looked at me and she said, keep this in your back pocket because this is what's going to carry you in this competition. So I kept making it past each round, and it was crazy. It was a crazy feeling. Every time I made it, I just remember like I would have my own prayer time, and it was just like, God, whenever you want me to go home, I'm okay. Because like my dream was just to be on the show, and I made it on the show. So for me, it was just like, my goal was to make top 10. That was my real goal. And you know, I kept making it and kept progressing, and I ended up being 8th out of the country that year. You're gonna watch, I'm gonna put literally so much honey in this. What's your secret, Devin? Honey. So much honey. Like, a crazy amount of honey.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. Do you always do that?
Me. Yep. I released 3 singles back in April. 2 of which are the same song, but 2 different versions. It's titled Should Have Been Me, and then the other one is Restore Your Heart. That one was both done in Chicago. But a lot of the musicians for the salsa track were in Florida, in Miami.
Wish it was
I mean, we all go through things, and there's depression, there's anxiety, there's all sorts of things, and there's, you know, feelings of like not feeling good enough. And I think, as corny as it's gonna sound, the only thing that has gotten me through it is music. You know, I can't tell you, I'd be lying if I told you that I did anything else. When something is bothering me, there's a song for that. When something is making me feel so excited, there's a song for that. When you're falling in love, there's a song. When you're going through heartbreak, there's a song. When you're angry, there are hundreds of songs. And the other thing is, for those people watching that have a relationship with God, no matter what you're going through, it was never your responsibility to get through it by yourself. It was just, you're not gonna handle it by yourself. And that's something that I've had to learn. I've had a lot of pride issues in my life and in my walk with God, and one of the things that I've had to learn this year is I'm not in control of my life, you know? I was in a time where I felt like God was taking everything that I had control over. He was just showing me how I didn't. And I'm in a place now where I'm realizing, like, as I'm gaining things back and I'm getting clarity and I'm getting to a place where I'm like, okay, everything's gonna be okay. I'm still like very much remembering to give God credit and to remember, like, this is not because I got through it, it's because God wanted me to get through it, and He's giving me the strength, and He's putting people in my life. And for the people that don't believe in God and don't have their own walks, first things first, He loves you. Second of all, He's still in control. But what advice do I have for you, the person who's going through something? You have gotten through every single bad day that you've had already. Those times where you didn't know how you were going to get through it, you're watching this video right now, which means you got through it. And this is just one more day. And it's going to be okay.